this point in the unit, the students have already picked their sites. So they've figured out a place where they feel like there's a problem, decided as a class that they want to solve that problem, and then they've done an explanatory model of that problem. So they're looking at a model, they've sort of decided where the water goes and what's going on, and really then to be able to solve that problem, they need to have a model that they build, a physical model of the site that they can take the time to put their solution that they will design after this. They'll research and design a solution to put in it. What I suggest is that you, as a teacher, go ahead and pre-design a model that they will then copy. All right, so we're going to imagine that your school class has picked this site. Here, the problem that the students have picked is that a big puddle forms in the middle of this play area. So we've got gravel, there's a puddle that in a big storm that's in all this area. Eventually you can go down the storm drain, but the storm drain's a little bit high, it floods, they can't play in this area. As a teacher, I'm thinking, what space within this zone do I want to model? And since the storm drain's here and we've got some stuff going on over here with buildings water comes off of, we're gonna put this as an edge of our model. I'm gonna model out this way. So we know all this gravel is gravel, but it's pretty much impervious. Water doesn't go through it. Over here we have a rooftop. It's a pretty big area. The water comes off of that rooftop, and the kids have seen, well, it comes out into a drain and it flows down here and adds to this puddling area. Red osier dogwoods all along this stretch where water can soak in. But then we have some grass, which we might imagine is impervious, but we've observed that when it's raining a lot, it fills up too, and it puddles, water flows off of it. There's another storm drain here. I'm gonna include this grass because I think we want to talk a little bit about how we would model the grass as well. So we've got a site here. We've got some problems the students have identified. We know where the water is coming from. We have a whole lot of impervious surfaces, a little bit of pervious surface. We got some stuff to model. We'll go inside and see what that looks like. We have a stormwater tub that we've been using, and we're going to redesign this and turn this into a model of the site itself. So in thinking about that, I know I've got a rooftop that I'm going to need to show. I've got a puddle coming in. I've got the pervious and impervious surfaces, and I've got my storm drains. And I've got a plug on this side, so that's where my water is going to come out. So I need to make sure that I'm lining up my model with so the storm drainage will be over there, so that as the water flows off this side of the model, it will go where I want it to. So I'm going to shape my dirt a little bit down underneath here so that the water can kind of puddle there. And then I know that in here somewhere I'm going to put in my plants, so I'm going to dig that out. That and that for my buildings. Okay, now I can lay the tinfoil back down. Now I've got my buildings. And my buildings had gutters, a gutter. So I'm going to grab some more tinfoil to become that impervious building surface. And in this case, I'm just going to lay it like this over the top, but then I can kind of bunch it up. So the water will actually collect and then gutter, pour it down in there. I want this to somehow slope a little. I think that's going to be fine. I have an area here that has the plants, so I'm just going to cut out that tinfoil. This is going to represent those red osier dogwoods. I'm just going to line it right in there. I got a little bit of moss here, and I figure I can just lay that kind of over the top so it will soak up some water. A little bit, but it's not going to get down into the soil so much. But I'm just laying down just enough gravel so it just feels sort of like this is a gravel site. So I'm going to take it over here and put a little water on it and see if it's flowing the way I want to or if I need to fix something with that. So the water kind of drains in that spot. Oh, look at that, it's flowing into the puddle. I'm excited about that. I've got a big puddle there. It's draining off the end. We can imagine the storm drain. Over here, what's happening? The challenge from here then is not so much the kids designing this model, but they're going to need to duplicate this model. So I'll be thinking about walking them through those steps as we do the lesson itself, but I'll already have in mind what the model looks like.